Hey, what's up everyone, this is Johnny with JCS Performance. We just finished doing the base run on Felix's Breakout here. So this is a 117. It made 96 horse, 121 torque. Actually, I'm pretty impressed on the numbers compared to what it is. So what we're gonna end up doing is taking this apart. We're gonna end up installing an SNS 475 cams, some nice exhaust, do a little bit of powder coating now that some of the stuff is off. So this is gonna be a really nice build. Hopefully you guys keep watching and followed, and then after that we're gonna go ahead and do a final dyno tuning and dyno results. So guys, continue watching to see how this goes out. But I want to also take the opportunity and show you guys all the stuff that's been coming in. So we have the SNS 475 cam, SNS oil pump, cam plates, lifters, lifter cuffs, push rod tubes, and injectors. We're going to end up using a Trask spring kit here, and we also decided to get some Screamin Eagle heads. So what we're going to end up doing is taking the heads apart, and we're going to deck them about 14 thousandths to bump up the compression a little bit. We're going to use some Vance Hines exhaust. These are pretty nice exhaust, and then we'll continue with all this right here as we go along. All right, so the heads are removed. You need to start cleaning the gaskets, start chasing threads. All this has been removed, and going to install the SNS cam plate, SNS lifter cuffs, oil pump, chain tensioner, lifters, of course, our cam change kit, push rods and push rod tubes. So we're going to install this SNS 475 cam. So I want to take this opportunity to show you guys the difference between a stock cam and an SNS cam. So of course the lift is going to be higher, which is, yes, I know this is not how you get the actual lift, but if you can see from here to here and from here to here, you can actually see that the SNS one is a higher lift. But what's very noticeable is that this one here comes to a point, which is our duration, and here you can see this is wider. So our duration is absolutely wider on the SNS one compared to the stock one. So basically leaving the valve open longer, getting more air in, air and fuel in, and getting exhaust out, which overall gives you amazing performance. So what we're gonna do now is start getting everything cleaned and chased and everything, start installing that, and then we'll get to the new Screamin Eagle heads. All right guys, so there we go, just finished decking these heads. So we ended up removing 14 thousandths, just bumping up the compression just a little bit more. So what I'm gonna do now is remove the heads and get everything washed and cleaned and start reassembling them, and then continue with the cam section. All right guys, so we're getting ready to install this oil pump here on the motor. So I want to take this opportunity and show you guys the difference in the oil pumps between the SNS one and the factory one. So if you notice that the factory one only has 2 sets of gears, the SNS one has 3 sets of gears. Another thing is the factory gears are smaller compared to the SNS ones. Noticeable big difference. Of course, that helps you with oil pressure and volume, get a lot of volume into your motor. In the long run, helps you cool everything down. The SNS ones has these dowel pins to help both body halves stay together, keeps them from shifting, and of course the factory one does not. And then the SNS ones has these little screens that help you catch any kind of debris or stuff that's in the motor oil. And then the SNS one has a magnet, so any kind of steel, metal debris that's floating around in the oil gets caught up in here and contains it to here instead of running around through your motor. So overall, this pump is really nice. It helps you with a lot of more pressure, keeps you from motor having sumping issues. You've heard a lot of that going on with the stock factory pumps. So what I'm gonna do now is get everything lubricated, installed, then we'll continue with the cam plate and the cams. All right, so we got the oil pump, cam plate, all this stuff's already installed. Our SNS lifters, lifter cuffs, getting ready to start installing our lifter covers. So then after that, we'll put our cam cover on, and then we'll start assembling our heads and then mount our heads. All right, so we have the heads already assembled, ready to go. So we didn't remove too much. We just removed 14 thousandths, which just enough to give it a little bit of compression. So this motor should run pretty nice. So let me get set up. We'll start installing the heads, and then we'll start to go ahead and install the rocker boxes and all that stuff so we can adjust the push rods. All right, guys, so we're moving along pretty good. So we got our push rods, push rod tubes installed, adjusted, rocker boxes, rocker arms, all that stuff done. So right now we're waiting for the throttle body to come in from HPI, and then we can put the rest of the oil lines and crap that goes on top. Start installing the exhaust. And we're also waiting for the trees to come in. So once all that comes in, then we'll continue on this baby. All right, so we received the throttle body from HPI. We got that installed, and the Twin Tech injectors are installed. Screamin Eagle air cleaner. We did install a better air filter element compared to the stock one here. This one's gonna let it get a little bit more flow, a little bit better, catch more dirt and stuff. Exhaust are on. These exhausts are really, really nice. They're gonna sound really good. We also installed all the ARP bolts, both sides, left and right, motor mount, all that stuff. Looks really good. So right now the next step is gonna be to install the gas tank, crank it up, do a nice heat cycle, and then start getting ready to down tune this thing. Alright guys, so here is the result. So here is our base run. We ended up with 98 horse, 121 torque. Actually pretty impressed with the numbers. So here at wide open throttle, it was running extremely rich. It was below the line. That's the front cylinder, rear cylinder. And then it was cutting off right at 4,400, somewhere there, 4,300 RPM. So then after we did all our work, and we did our dyno tune, so we ended up with a total of 117 horses, 135 torque. The torque is crazy. Look how the torque kind of just gets up there and goes. So here is our air fuel ratio, right in line. It got a little rich right there, then it leaned out pretty nice, both front and rear cylinder. Let me go ahead and go to single graph so we can see. There it is. So there you can see how the torque just made a humongous difference, and it just carried out. So we ended up all the way to like 5,800 RPMs. So horsepower, the same thing, just climbed and kept going all the way. So very, very, very impressed with the results on this thing. Very throttle responsive. So we took it down off the dyno and rolled it around, and it is extremely nice to ride. Very manageable down low, and as soon as you roll the throttle, you can really, really feel the difference. Guys, thanks for watching. We want to thank Felix for letting us do this to his motorcycle. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. And we have more videos and stuff on our social media, Instagram and Facebook page, so don't forget to go check that out. Guys, thanks for watching.